Good afternoon, traders. It's Joshua Logan here with WinMoreForexTrades.com. Like I said in the last video, we will be going over the Great British Pound against the United States dollar. Just show you guys what I'm looking at, and hopefully you guys will see some trades that I missed. And what we do find, you'll be able to jump in those trades as well. It'll be able to help you guys out. So basically what we're going to do is going to start on the monthly. We can see here on the monthly we do have a nice downtrend, but we're only going to focus on this previous movement. We have a bullish trend and we have a bearish trend. So we'll be bringing in Fibonacci's, we'll be bringing in trend lines, we're using counter trend lines and past support becoming future resistance. So we're going to start off by separating the market into a buy zone and a sell zone. That is basically a double bottom, so we'll start our downtrend. We'll start an uptrend line here. Alright, and as you can see right here, we have a market separated into the buy zone, and we have the market separated into a sell zone. The market did go up, but now we have broken this uptrend line, so now we have entered into the sell zone. So we're looking to sell. I'm looking to sell this market. This is a bearish direction. Let's bring in another trend line. Let's bring in a downtrend line. See what we can find here. And guys, excuse me if you do hear some music. I'm here with my daughter, so I got her at her word party so she can enjoy herself while I get to work. Okay, and you can see right here the market was downtrended, and we broke this downtrend line into the buy zone, back into the buy zone, going up to test the backside of this trend line. So we have a stochastic that's in the oversold zone on the monthly time frame. So at this very moment, since this first move, we was in the sell zone. This downtrend line has been broken. Now we're back into the buy zone. This is to come up, so we could test the backside of this trend line, or we could enter back into the buy zone from this previous downtrend. And I'm going to bring in the Fibonacci here before we go to the daily time frame. Bring in smart fibs, and right there we do have a up AB boundary. We have an up AB boundary. We do now have a 618 extension where the market has broken. So now, since we have entered back into the buy zone, we can still exit out here at the 1618. That's a long way to come, but this is just for give us the simple fact of direction. Give us a sense of direction. So since we have entered into the buy zone, we're going to look for a buy signal. Now the daily time frame may tell a different story. We don't know, but let's see. And on the daily time frame, we are going to focus on the overall movement. See here, so we can get a good idea of what the market may want to do next. So we can bring in trend lines. Alright, reset my tools, and we can find our next touch. Oh, actually, there we go here. Alright, find my next touch. Alright, there's our next touch. So we have an outer trend line and we have an inner trend line. Let's reset that, and we're going to extend. Alright, so we have an outer trend line and we have an inner trend line. The market did come up, and we broke this trend line. That's the power of trend line trading there. Broke that trend line, and the market gravitated to this outer trend line Now we have tested the backside of this trend line, and then it's like the market is trying to consolidate a little bit here. But that is a nice pip range. That's a nice consolidation trading range. You have 1, 2, 3 points of resistance, and then you got 2 points of support. But we're gonna bring Fibonacci's in back here from where we started our trend line, and that's a no-go. Then we're gonna find the next touch, and we have here daily time frame. We have a AB Fibonacci swing that was taken out. So we have AB Fibonacci that was taken out. We broke the downtrend line. We broke an inner trend line, and we broke an outer trend line, and we've already tested the backside of this outer trend line. So this is where the crown formations come into play. So now we're gonna look for the crown. Simple things, 5 steps for a crown formation to form. First step is the market takes out trend line. There's your trend line that was taken out. Second step, market will take out the A of a Fibonacci AB swing. Then step 3, we will anticipate the left tip, which is the B high of the previous AB Fibonacci swing that was fulfilled. So this Fibonacci swing was fulfilled. And then 4, we're going to anticipate the right tip, which usually is another point of resistance as the B high. So we're going to, first thing we're going to do is we're going to mark off the A that was taken out. There's the A that was taken out. Then we're going to mark off the B high, and that's anticipating the left tip. The right tip. So 1, market breaks trend line. 2, market takes out the A. 3, identify the left tip, which is the B high, the previous AB Fibonacci swing. Step 4, anticipate the right tip. So there's our right tip. We're anticipating that right tip. And step 5, we can start drawing our downtrend lines. So with that being said, let's go ahead and bring in those downtrend lines right now, so you guys can get a good look at it. And this would just be a double high right here. So we're going to start it there, and we're going to reset. And you can see right there the market has already broken that downtrend line, but the crown formation, the king's crown will look something like this. We got left tip, and there's your center tip. We'll just bring that over here. It's still the same. And the moment this A was taken out, that's where the market actually crowned. So we'll stop it there, and then the market has already came up to this high. That could be our right tip right there, but that is the crown. Reset tools, and let's get rid of that. Alright, that would be our crown formation. That is a bear crown. So we are looking to start selling this market, but this downtrend line has been broken. Let's bring in a Fibonacci here on the crown. And like I said, guys, even though we have even though we have broken a downtrend line, 2 uptrend lines, an inner trend line and a outer trend line has been broken. We have tested the backside of this outer uptrend line, and now we have hidden levels of resistance on this Fibonacci swing on this crown, and that would be a 2-3 retracement. So we are looking for, according to the daily time frame, we're looking for a sell signal. We will be looking for a sell signal since we have tested the backside of this trend line. And that's it, guys. Coming up, we broke that trend line, went down, we entered back into the buy zone. No, excuse me. We were looking for a buy zone. We were looking for a buy signal. Excuse me. We were looking for a buy signal, and this was our selling opportunity when we broke those trend lines. But now we have entered back into the buy zone. So, oh man, these is telling a conflicting story. So let's see what else we can find here. Okay, since we have entered into the buy zone, we are anticipating this right tip, so the market still could go up more to go to this right tip. So I will bring in a smart fib at the bottom there, and you can see right now that fib has been taken out. So we'll get rid of those. That's not gonna work. Let's get out of that. So right now, what looks like the market wants to do, the market looks like it wants to consolidate. Since the stories are not lining up, it's looking like the market wants to consolidate in this here range right here. So since that's the case, when we have a downtrend, that a downtrend line has been broken, we do have a crown formation. We do have a crown formation, the bear crown. Hold on, guys. Reset my tools. And right now it's looking like the market wants to consolidate. And we have support, we got support, and you have resistance and resistance, and we look like we're going back up to this resistance point right here. So at the moment, right now, we'll still keep the crowns and stuff up right now, because like I said, we still waiting for this right tip to form on this crown. Then once that right tip form, then we can start looking to sell. So, but since this market is kind of in a consolidation range, we will look to just trade this consolidation range right here, which is that's a nice 630 pip range right there. So we will look for, zoom in closer, we will look for opportunities on the 4 hour. So since we are going up, we still have possibility to get 176 pips. We can trade up to there, and we'll look for a buy signal on the 4 hour chart. So we'll just go to the 4 hour chart, and we will take our most recent wave movement here. Which one is that? Okay. We just focus on the most recent move. I think I froze up a little bit. Okay, there we go. Alright, so we're going to bring in the trend line, bring in our down trend line. And we got another touch to that trend line right there. Reset. Extend, and then you can already see power trend line trading. Power of trend lines, you can see that's working already. Break the trend line, market will gravitate to the next trend line. So we will bring in smart fibs just to gauge and see if there's a bull crown. All right, let's reset tools, and as you see on this one, we do have what would look like to be a bear crown. Market takes out the trend line. 2, market takes out Fibonacci A. 3, identify the left tip. Step 4, anticipate the right tip. So let's identify the left tip, and that's the Fibonacci A that was taken out. We're gonna reset tools, and the market has already made its move. So our crown is actually going to look like this. We bring in our king's crown. We have our left tip. There's your left tip. There's your center tip. When the market actually, when that A was taken out, that's where the market actually crowned. The market came back down here, and then it went on its merry way. So let's reset to see how. Okay, yeah, anything. I would like to change the color of that to green, simply because, oh no. Okay, I can change it to green because that is indicating that this is a bear crown, and we will look to buy this crown. And we bring in our Fibonacci's on the crown, and there it is. I'm gonna reset. Keep forgetting to reset my tools. Okay, we have a 2-3-6 bounce off of the crown formation. The Fibonacci swing, the Fibonacci 1618 extension is 150 pips away. And how far away was were we on the how far away were we from the consolidation range on the daily? The daily chart, that is, it's 173 pips. So actually, let's let me get a little bit more precise, and let me actually bring in a horizontal line, and I will link that. We will link this horizontal line to the lower time frame, and let's see if that lines up with the with this extension. Okay, as you can see, that now we do have us a convergence here. We have a convergence with this 618 extension being at the level of that consolidation range on the daily. So this is a great buying opportunity. We are on the 4-hour chart. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to go to the 1-hour chart, and we're going to look and see if we have a counter trend line break, which actually right now we are kind of too hot. This is a hot price. You want to wait for the market to come back down, and you want to get a low price and then buy up to this consolidation range. Yes. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, all right, the 1-hour time frame. See if we can find a uptrend line. Nope. Yeah, smart trend. There we go. Alright, that's our consolidation. Just find the lowest point. Nope. Yep, that's a double bottom. That trend line is just straight out like that, and that is not a good trend line. So we'll get rid of that one, and let's try it again. Alright, there's a trend line, and there's another touch. Let's reset the tools, and right now you can see the market honoring this trend line. So you have the outer trend line, then you have an inner trend line right here. The market is honoring this trend line right here. Now this might be a grand opportunity right now to buy this market, to buy the GBP AUD. I mean GBP USD, excuse me. You have This is a counter trend line, and we just go across the top of these wicks here, or those candlesticks. And what we're going to do is we're going to wait for the market to close above this counter trend line bearish. Once the market closes above this counter trend line, this red counter trend line, when the market closes above it with a green candlestick or with a bullish candlestick, we will buy the market. And let's see here. Let me see if we can. Let's see what the stop's going to be, because you got to have your stops placed effectively so you won't get stopped out in the trade. Because you don't want to get stopped out in the trade and then the market actually starts to go your way and you was right the whole time. So to avoid getting stopped out early, you want to have proper stops. And the way to have a proper stop is we bring in Fibonacci's. So right now that will be a 236 retracement, and your stops will go below the A. The stops, and then even this Fibonacci swing lines up. So that's another convergence that we're going to buy this market up to this consolidation range right here. So the potential trade that I'm looking at that I like, I don't know if you guys like it, but this is what I'm looking at. That's about 180, 170 plus pips. So it's like a 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio if you put your stops below the A. But if that is too much risk, you can put your stops 10 pips below the lowest point of where the market breaks bullish of this down counter trend line. So your stops would be, that's a trend line, excuse me. So your stops will go 10 pips below this low of this candlestick. So we will go down 10 pips. That would be 3108. So we come down to 3108. All right, that will be your stops. You will place your stops right there, and you will exit here. You will exit at the 618. That's where you will take profit. So now this, to have a tighter stop, if that's too much pips to risk, 10 pips below the lowest point, that is 18 pips, and you're risking 18 pips to go get 183 pips worth of reward. Like I said, guys, now that, to me, that is still kind of too tight of a stop. I would put my stops below the A. I mean, it's a 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio. So I mean, it's a good trade. I feel like it's a good trade, long as we close, long as we still honor this uptrend line, and once we break this down counter trend line bullish, I'll start buying the market and buy it up to the 1618 extension. And the trade, let's see, trade should look something like this. Well, for me, once the market breaks bullish, I will get into the trade, and my trade will be 10 pips. My stops will be 10 pips below the A, and I will be going for this reward here. So it's about a 1-to-1. And like I said, we'll just wait for this downtrend line to break bullish, and then we'll buy the market. But if the market does not break bullish, then and it enters into the sell zone, then we will start looking for a setup to start selling. But at the moment, right now, we're just going to worry about the consolidation range right here on the daily time frame. Okay, guys, that is what I'm looking at. That is the Great British Pound and the United States dollar. If you're getting some value, I mean, hit the likes and shares. I will be posting this on Facebook, my Facebook page, and I will be posting this to my website. And I thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys in the next video.